The Grand Strand is home to beautiful beaches, immaculate golf courses, exciting nightlife, and fun activities for all ages. Unfortunately, not every day is a day at the beach, but legal help is always within your reach. You need an experienced attorney working to secure the best possible outcome for you. When legal issues threaten to cloud your day at the beach, contact the law firm of McCutchen, Mumford, Vaught, O'Day, and Geddie today, and let us assist you with your claim.
We are your lawyers at the beach.
And that's what we're talking about. McCutchen, Mumford, Vaught, O'Day, and Geddie. They are your lawyers at the beach, and they're here to answer all your questions and really interesting topics to talk about. Today we're talking about buying a home.
All right, Norton's with us. Now, that's an important thing when you're talking about buying a home, Norton. That's a big deal, a big investment. And there's a lot people need to know about it. Just don't run out and try to buy a house by yourself. I mean, that's not easy to do.
No.
It's kind of intimidating, and it seems like there's, gosh, a lot of paperwork that goes along with that. So what should a buyer, look for in all those pieces of paper?
It's going to seem like a flurry of paperwork anytime you deal with buying a property. The important things to realize is that you need to understand certain documents. There's a lot of it that you're not going to get, and that's okay. But the contract's probably the most important thing. What is in there? What's important to you? Do you need the personal property that comes with the house? Do you need the refrigerator, stove, the appliances? If so, it needs to be in the contract. Is it essential to you that you sell your other home before you buy this one? In that case, it needs to be a contingency in the contract. And you need to understand what's in there, how it's written, and how it's set up. There are a lot of other documents that are involved. That's the first one you're going to deal with, and it should be the one you pay the most attention to.
Make sure it's all written out before, read the fine print.
That's exactly right. The answer to almost every question in a real estate deal, when somebody says, well, can I do this, can I do that, the answer to the question is, what's in the contract?
That's right. Now, what is the most common? Some people will have delays sometime when they're closing on a home. What's the most common?
The most common delays really come from the financing portion of the transaction, and the best way to avoid that is start early, talk to your lender often, provide documents, have all your documents together. You know they're going to need your tax returns. You know they're going to need your complete bank statements. Go ahead and have all those documents for them. Send it to them and keep copies so that if something happens and they need it again, you've got it ready for them. So communicate, communicate, communicate with your lender.
Okay, so if you do all that, then that'll help minimize the delays?
Minimize. That's the key word there, because anytime you're going through third parties, and you're going to, you've got your bank officer that originates the loan, you've got your underwriting department, you've got the lawyer who's trying to get the title work together, ready for the bank. Anytime you get that many people involved, things can happen, but the key is to make sure you're not holding them up.
Okay, and you guys handle stuff like this?
We handle residential real estate transactions every day. We do a large transactional department. We do everything from buying and selling hotels on the beach to putting an equity line on your condominium, as simple as that is. And we treat all of our clients the same way. This is your home. This is probably the biggest investment you're ever going to make. So we want to make sure you're comfortable, that you understand what the transaction is and how it's working, and that you end up with what you want.
Yeah, and you can make them read the fine print instead.
We read a lot of fine print.
And they'll take your questions, too.
Yeah, send us an email at legaladvice@wpde.com. That's legaladvice@wpde.com, and we will get your questions answered. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank you for having us.
Your Lawyers at the Beach. We'll be right back. Stick with us.